That had to be one of the most interesting experiences we've had in a very long time. The fight with Shay was excellent. I enjoyed it immensely. However, I am very, very disappointed we can't count on them for help against the Revanites. But you know what? I do respect Shay's honesty and not, you know, feeding us a line or anything like that and saying, oh, I'll help, and then they don't show up. You know what I mean? I respect it. And I do understand Shay not wanting to be a republic, or republic. I don't think Shay wants to be a republic or an empire's, the empire's lackey. And I do see it, and I do understand what Shay means when she says that. So overall, though, it's good to know that they at least aren't a threat to us anymore. And I mean, I don't know if they ever were really, but the fact that they're not helping out the Nova Blades or the Revanites just means that there is one less layer of things to worry about. And we got a really good fight in. One that I would happily repeat again. And look at that, Shay then taking out her people for a hunt after that. What an admirable individual. Maybe we'll run into her again one day. I do hope so. That was so much fun.
I understand your frustration, Jakaro, but there's only so much of your bluster I'm prepared to take.
What's going on?
Theron's been captured by the Revanites.
What?
Data from the Nova Blades hinted at the location of a Revanite safe house in Raiders Cove. We looked into it and were ambushed.
It sounds like it was a trap planted by the Revanites inside of the Nova Blade data to capture one or all of us, potentially.
Revan knew we were here.
It looks that way. It's possible he may have sensed our presence. I couldn't say for sure. Whatever the case, I stand by my decision to not impede in Theron's abduction. And I know Theron would too. Now he's in a position to do what he does.
C2D4, do you have anything you'd like to add to this discussion?
Where do you stand on this, D4?
Me?
Yes.
No one ever asked my opinion. Not even the hairy lug here. You honor me. Jakaro does make an excellent point, but then so does Miss Beniko. Ultimately, I think we should go after Agent Sean, as it will allow us to plow through as many Revanites as possible.
I agree.
Hopefully you fared better with the Mandalorians.
Revan has a fleet of warships on standby.
Of course. From examining the Nova Blades data, it looks as though they've been routing Imperial and Republic fleets here to Rishi.
So the Empire and Republic are drawn into a full-scale battle. And whoever's left standing, the Revanites pick off.
And we still don't know who we can trust. We need to interfere with the Revanites' plans, if not stop them outright.
Yes, it's true. I was able to pinpoint several communications originating from another island. I'm told there's a Rishi village on the outskirts. I can't imagine they would resent our presence there.
Then I guess it's off to a different island, and hopefully I will finally get to speak with Revan in person.
The village will be our staging area. After the Revanites fall, I will confront Revan myself.
Yes, my lord. We have to assume Revan's expecting a resistance force now. You should expect to find patrols along the way.
Vet, it looks like Darth Varon sent us a message. I'm afraid I had to cut my visit to Rishi short as anticipated. I do hope that you've learned who it is your watchers answer to, and that you use that information to your fullest advantage. It benefits us all when those we must depend on are able to scrutinize their circumstances with full clarity. Don't you agree? Though it may be some time, I do hope our paths cross again. It has been a singular pleasure as always. What an interesting letter. So Varon planned for all of this. I do find the way he went about it was, I don't want to say interesting, Vet, but it was interesting. However, I am very, very grateful now to have this information, and it did feel good to tell the Hand, you know, what they could do with all of their, well, nagging and incessant putting themselves in places that they shouldn't be. Well, Vet, it appears that the Revanites have already found us, and we just got here. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I was not expecting them to be so competent at finding us. I can't tell if I'm excited excited by that or something else. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm excited by the fact that the Revanites seem to be more competent. However, it will make this a lot less dull than it could have been, I suppose. I will take that. Thank you. Oh, that, I'm sorry. I thought he was already done. I guess not. All right, this way then. I think the camp should be somewhere up here for the, what was it? The Rishi village? I tell you what, I don't know if I was expecting quite a mountainous climb, but I do believe we've made it if these little huts...
Okay, I admit it.
Yeah?
The Rishi terrify me. Just look at those beaks. I'm gonna have nightmares about being snapped up and eaten.
That you won't be snapped up and eaten, don't worry. I'm here to protect you. And if they do try to snap you up and eat you, then I'll simply kill them all. How's that? See? Nothing to worry about. Let's see. Where is everyone?
You're new.
Are you in charge here?
We don't really operate that way, but I can act as that sort of figure if you require it of me. How might I help?
I'm looking for sanctuary, if that's something that you could provide.
My allies and I would like to stay here.
Do what you like. No Rishi will have an issue with your presence.
I suppose now that we've left Raiders Cove, you're going to start complaining about them instead of the pirates.
You cleared the path well, and made a friend.
I did!
I am called a Renkau.
The other inhabitants on this island. Are you in contact with them? Do you know what they're up to?
If an individual Rishi chooses to get involved with others, that's that Rishi's choice. Otherwise, we tend to see no reason to inquire. These other inhabitants, they have also kept to themselves. Strangely, their encampment appears to be segregated. One group looks like her, the other is less intense.
I see. Lana, it appears that you have, other versions of you running around this island.
Imperial and Republic traitors working side by side, but still wary of one another.
This may provide an opportunity, either to extract atonement for their deception or to employ a little deception of our own.
It's an opportunity to thin the ranks, is what it is.
Your zeal for making heads roll never ceases to surprise me, D4. But don't worry yourself, it may yet come to that.
I'll take a closer look at these Revanite camps.
And we'll attempt to establish a better grasp of their activities.
Perfect.
I hope we can establish where Agent Shan is being held.
Same.
As do I.
We, Rishi, would be grateful for your help around the village. If you choose to provide it, of course.
Of course.
Savor your travels.
Oh, I will.
Be patient, Sergeant, but be ready. As soon as we have word from Revan, our work begins.
Lord Ivris, sir, it's...
Hello. How is
The
everyone?
Emperor's wrath. Here,
Yes, here.
we're found out. I suppose Darth Maul sent you to fight his battle for him. Seems his usual way. No, better still. You learned about us and thought Maul could be in on it. You're here on your own. We have the upper hand.
Do you? I wish that I had known that ahead of time. I would have come more prepared. But listen, I wouldn't trust the Republic if I was you.
You might think you're in a position of strength, but this very second, your Republic friends are plotting to take you down.
Like me, they are resolute in their beliefs. They won't falter.
Are you sure?
Meaning you don't even have a contingency plan in place. What if the sworn enemies camped right next to you decide to revert to type?
She makes an excellent point, my lord.
I do, I know.
It does seem we've been less than a step ahead for some time now. Our position at our heels and in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get no further resistance from me. I can't vouch for every last Imperial Revanite, of course, but I can speak for those present.
But you've turned to the Revanites, haven't you? You joined their cause and all of that. You've caused me a lot of distress, and oddly enough, I think that you, maybe not personally, of course, but you as in your group, is responsible for capturing Theron. Something that I don't know why that distresses me. Usually, I honestly could care less, but I'm finding myself more and more aggravated by that. And so, honestly, the fact that you won't put up a fight, it's not good enough. Not nearly.
You're already a one-time traitor. I'm afraid I can only trust you to die.
So that's the way it's going to be. I hope everybody knows that.
mess
But
with us now.
it still stands to reason. I don't know if you can trust the Republic. However, me? Well, you could trust me. But you should know that as the Emperor's Wrath, there's only one thing that I'm good at doing. This.
I suppose I had this coming.
You did, yes.
Do me a favor, Captain Millanek. If I'm to die, he should too.
Oh, he will. I don't know why, Vet. I felt the need to sow some doubt in him before we ended up, well, killing him. But honestly, it felt good. I wasn't lying about that part about Theron. Why do I find myself worried for him? That's not normal. That's not me at all. I should care less. He's fine, I'm sure. He's a competent SIS agent, and the enemy, might I remind you, because he works for the Republic. And yet, I have this uncomfortable, I'm worried feeling, and I don't like it. The only people I'm generally ever worried about are you and Shriek. And normally Shriek either hangs out with, well, now Lana, or on the ship with everybody else, or he's with us, so it's fine. And then you, I mean, normally we're together so I can protect you, so it's fine. But this is, I don't like it, and I don't know what to do about it. I suppose I'll just yell at him the next time I see him, and hopefully that'll make me feel better.
If what you're hearing is true, if Lord Ivris is really dead, I need eyes on confirmation. Go.
I can confirm it for you, Captain. I had my eyes on Ivris the moment he died.
By the stars. No matter what happens to me, Revan's crusade goes on. You know that, don't you?
No. No, you know why? Because I'm going to win in the end. Because that's what always happens. Because, honestly, I'm just that good.
You can barely hold your composure. I know you fear me.
I don't know where Revan is. Not for sure. But there's a stronghold in the valley. It's where they took Theron Shan. I swear, it's the best information I have. And I can't ask up the chain. They'll only grow suspicious of me.
Honestly? Aren't you supposed to be some kind of hotshot or something like that? Some kind of important person? And you fold after one force choke once, and you fold and give me all the information like that? Worthless information at that. I could have told you probably part of that, not the exact location that you gave, granted, but I could guess that they were holding Theron somewhere off-site from here, and it's just... It's just absolutely mind-boggling. How did you not resist? How did you not fight back? Nothing. You just give me the information like that. I just... disappointed. So disappointed.
You have far outlived your usefulness, Captain. If ever you were useful to begin with. Lana, Theron's being held in a valley stronghold. Could be Revan is there as well.
I have D4 see what the Rishi know about it. We'll work out a plan of attack once you've returned. I've never met a people quite like the Rishi. Pragmatic, accommodating, reasonable. If it wasn't for the climate, I'd consider staying.
It is quite nice, and the Rishi people so far seem to be lovely. It's nice. I don't know if I could ever stay here forever, but as a vacation, this seems like a great place to possibly have one.
I haven't had any problems with them, so far.
Always be at least a little guarded. Not the worst way to live, considering all the betrayal on display.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned earlier, I did acquire some information worth noting. Rishi observations surrounding the Revanite stronghold fit what we know. They're holding powerful warships on standby, and they're well protected.
Apparently not protected well enough. Any news on Theron currently, or do we still have nothing?
Did any of the Rishi see Theron?
No, all we know is what you were told, that he's been taken there. We've been unable to reach the Imperial fleet nearing Rishi, but I can confirm from the Novablade's data logs that Darth Mar's flagship is among them.
We need to contact Mar immediately and tell him what is going on, because he's going to walk into a situation he has no hopes of winning otherwise.
Get to work on a solution for our connection issues. He needs to know what's coming.
I'm working to remap the interference patterns into a code that protocol droids on approaching ships should be able to decipher, if they're any good.
Press on. Stall their ships if you can, and we'll do what we can from here to reach the fleet and lend support as needed.
I'm no pushover, but you aren't joking. We do hope Agent Shan is recovered.
He will be.
Yes. Preferably alive.
Oh, he
now
will
go
be.
Show the Revanites, and, fate willing, Revan himself, why you are not to be trifled with.
I think that these are the ships that we need, Vet. The fact that Lana was like, we should hopefully find Theron alive,
This always does the trick.
it somewhat disturbs me, only because I honestly wasn't thinking of any other outcome. Is there a possibility that he doesn't, like that they've already killed? There isn't, right? Why am I even concerned about this, Vet? When have you known me to care about that? In fact, I should find it hilarious. He's an SIS agent. And I'm over here like, could he possibly be dead? And worried about... I don't like this. First, I found myself thinking about him when he was out with Lana and they were doing, you know, whatever it is that they do when they were undercover and finding a place to lay low. And now I find myself worried about whether or not they've killed him. I swear though, Vet, if they have killed him, or he's dead for whatever reason, I'm going to find a way to bring him back and then kill him myself. I can promise you that. And this should be the last of the ships that we need to sabotage. Fantastic. Shall we see if we can get inside now, Oh! Did we pass by them? I'm so sorry. You must not have seen us when we walked in earlier. But the good news is I'm here now. So you don't have to worry. You won't be left out. Considering that some of your friends haven't made it thus far, and by some, I do mean quite a lot of them. Shall we walk in the front door?
I'm starting to get the hang of slicing. Theron's influence, I suppose. Give me 1 second. There. A hollow record of Theron under interrogation. Coordinates are coming your way.
And Revan?
No indication he's there, but no indication he isn't either. I wouldn't let my guard down.
Never. Well, Vet, while we couldn't walk through the front door just a moment ago, it does appear now with Lana's help, who apparently is becoming a slicer in her free time, now we can. So, let's now walk through the front door, introduce ourselves, find Theron, and hopefully Revan at the same time. I would love, absolutely love to get my hands on Revan. And by hands, I mean my lightsaber. Actually, we're not technically using a lightsaber today just because I wanted something a little different, you know? Definitely enjoying the pirate vibe that we have going right now. Do you think I could take this pirate vibe with me, you know, after we handle all of this and we go back to being normal Sith? I don't know. Do you think the Council could handle a Sith who's more of a pirate than a Sith? Can you imagine? Oh, they would hate that. They would absolutely hate that, which means we have to do it, Vet. Oh, look, there's an entire party here. Well,
This always does the trick.
it does, doesn't it? It does put me in a much better mood when things like this happen. Because honestly, sometimes it's just lackluster when we walk into big places like this and there's nobody here fighting back or anything. And then you just kind of sit there and you're like, what was the point of all this? If there's no welcoming party, if there's nobody guarding the door, and so on and so forth, you know? I do believe that this is the front door. Do you think they're going to want a conversation?
You've interfered enough.
I have? Oh, I haven't even begun to interfere. If you want to see somebody
You'll
interfering...
never stop Revan.
No, I will. You have no idea. It's going to be so much fun to just destroy whatever plans. Will you stop that? We're trying to have a conversation. I can't wait until I destroy whatever plans he might have. It's going to be delicious. And then after that, I'm going to come for whoever else decided to join him. Now you. You, unfortunately, though, are not going to live to see me destroy all of it. Yes, I have done it.
The plan remains intact.
And you remain dead. I hope you enjoy that. Through the door?
Revan.
I should have known the Empire would send one of its lapdogs to try and find me. You should never have bothered.
What have you done with Theron?
Theron Shan's fate doesn't matter. Neither does yours. I'm changing the fate of the galaxy itself.
How long did it take you to really and truly convince yourself of this? Because you sound utterly and completely delusional. You do realize this, right?
I get you've lost your mind.
I understand how you might see it that way from your narrow point of view. I'm not waging some war with the Empire and Republic. I'm saving countless lives, and you keep getting in the way. The only upside in your being here, really, is that you get to bear witness. My plan's too far along for you to stop it now.
Don't listen to him. It's not over yet.
I know. Trust me. I know. But you're alive. I had honestly feared the worst.
I was so sure I'd never see you again.
Yeah, sorry. Almost made it out the front door when I saw you'd shown up to rescue me. Should have known you would. Don't know how much Lana or Revan told you, but he's lured the Imperial and Republic command fleets to Rishi.
Revan wants to draw them into a fight. Try to take out the leadership.
It'll barely be a fight. Revanites embedded on both sides are going to sabotage shields, weapons, you name it. And we can't warn them. Revan had the Nova Blades build him a signal jammer. No communications at all up in Rishi space. It'll be a bloodbath.
Yes. Well, it's going to be fine. We're going to find a way around this because I refuse to accept defeat, but oh, when I find Revan.
The next time I see you in person, you won't be pulling off any miraculous survival.
Actually, I doubt I'll ever see you again.
This place is coming down. Soon.
You could have joined me, Theron. Understandably, you're as tenacious as I ever was. Goodbye.
All right. So, droids, this place is crumbling down. We'll just kill everything and get out. And then find a way to stop Revan. Easy.
Brutal. Better check I still have all my parts.
You better have all your parts, Vet. Can you imagine if I tried to explain to Shriek that you didn't? All right, this way. Oh, good. Large droids now. Not just droids, but large ones. Theron, do you know where we're headed? Oh, I see. You all are playing with those droids down there. I'll handle this one. Nobody worry. He's actually good for getting my aggression out. Not as good as the isotope droids, though. I do miss those droids. Vat, I need one of those as a friend to spar with. This is the best kind of aggression-getting workout I've had since them. And that's pathetic, because this is pathetic. It was easy. I miss the droids. Okay, I think that's good.
Hello? Are you there?
Lana, what just happened?
I appear to have sliced through 4 layers of encryption to remotely deactivate the power core.
Oh!
Just in the nick of time. Don't know if I could have managed that even.
Theron, Good to know you're alive. I heard everything. About the jammer, all of it. We need to regroup for an immediate attack.
Agreed.
Whatever happens, be proud of what we've accomplished up to now. See you soon.